Joining me now is To Die For podcast host Kinsey Schofield. Kinsey, let's start with former US First Lady and these days a absolute misery guts, Michelle Obama, who said she's glad she never had a son because he may have turned out just like her husband.
You should have threw a boy in the mix.
I would. I'm so glad I didn't have a boy.
Yeah.
Because he would have been a Barack Obama.
It's like baby Barack. It would have been amazing.
No, I would have felt for him.
I'm sure that's what every father and husband wants to hear, that she's grateful she didn't have a son just like him.
Yeah, I mean, we've noticed this pattern in some of Michelle Obama's recent interviews and podcasts where she takes subtle jabs at former President Obama. And while some might chalk it up to playful banter or honesty, I think there's a fine line between transparency and diminishing your partner in public. In my opinion, mutual respect, especially when you're in the spotlight, is essential. When those comments start feeling more like digs than dialogue, I think it comes across as disrespectful. And I think you might recognize it too. Barack seems very self-deprecating in public. He doesn't ever seem to be ugly about his wife.
No, I haven't seen him poke fun at her. I don't think it will be received well, especially now that she's got a podcast, she's got a platform to hit back. So it'll be interesting. There's been so many rumours about those two now for, well, 6 months, all year. We've been hearing about how that marriage is not as solid as some thought it was. Now let's move on to Prince Harry. He's looking to reconcile his relationship with the royals. He's reportedly invited King Charles and Prince William to the 2027 Invictus Games. What are the chances they'll attend, Kinsey?
Oh my gosh, yeah. So this is being framed as something of an olive branch. Insiders say that an email invitation will be sent out later this month, followed by a formal invitation. But when these gestures are publicized before they're privately extended, it raises questions about their sincerity. It starts to feel less like a reconciliation and more like PR. And realistically, the likelihood of the family accepting is slim, not just because the event overlaps with Queen Camilla's 80th birthday, but because trust, once broken, takes more than a headline or an invitation to rebuild.
Well said. Now, it's been revealed Meghan Markle wasn't interested in receiving any advice when she first joined the royal family. Tell me what Princess Sophie has had to say on this matter.
That's right. Well, it's
or is it Duchess Sophie? Is it Princess or Duchess? I can never keep track of who's who.
It's Duchess Sophia. So Giles Brandwidth has actually revealed that when Meghan was first introduced into the fold, Queen Elizabeth suggested that Meghan meet with Sophie because she thought she'd be a really incredible mentor for her. And Meghan rejected the offer and said she had Prince Harry and she didn't need any help when it came to navigating royal life. And I don't know how familiar you are with, Duchess Sophie and Prince Edward's history, but they tried to do the half in, half out. They got in a little bit of trouble. They pivoted. They went full into the royal world, and now they're superstars in the fold. So these were the perfect people to mentor Harry and Meghan because they've lived it. They've experienced it. So these stories now just circulating thanks to some books that are coming out and some books that have been released. But it just goes to show Meghan had help. She wasn't completely turned away. She was offered the help that she claims that she wasn't.
Now, there are rumours flying that Justin Bieber's marriage is in trouble. His wife, Hailey, has added fuel to the fire by ditching her wedding ring. She's been spotted a couple of times now without her wedding ring while out in New York, Kinsey.
Look, I love this couple, but I'm going to be honest, something feels off. Hailey has been spotted without her wedding ring. Justin's social media presence has been increasingly erratic. And while they've recently welcomed a baby, that doesn't necessarily guarantee stability. Sometimes it adds more pressure. Divorce rumors might be premature, but the optics certainly aren't helping silence the speculation. I'm rooting for them. But between this and Bieber's social media activity, I am a little concerned.
Now, actor Johnny Depp has said that he was a crash test dummy for the Me Too movement during his infamous defamation trial against ex-wife Amber Heard. Kinsey, he claims people close to him did him dirty. What's he talking about?
Well, look, Johnny Depp calling himself a crash test dummy during the Me Too era isn't just self-pity. It's his way of saying he was one of the first men to be publicly dismantled, then slowly rebuilt in front of the world. The difference is he fought back. The trial with Amber Heard wasn't just about defamation. It was about reputation resurrection. And somehow he walked away with the public more sympathetic to him than her. It's one of the few times we've seen someone not just survive cancer culture, but flip the script entirely. But look, he's saying, look, I lost some friends, and I'm not going to forgive him. And who can blame him?
Well, yes. I mean, he treated that trial like a role. He was very entertaining. He was very likable, and I think she just made some major miscalculations about how she was being perceived by ordinary people. Now, Jussie Smollett, actor and race crime hoaxer Jussie Smollett, is apparently engaged to fellow actor Jabari Red. Is this a real engagement, Kinsey, or another hoax?
Yeah, right. The engagement comes more than 6 years after Smollett was accused of staging a hate crime against himself in 2019. He claimed at the time that he was attacked by men who yelled homophobic slurs at him in Chicago. Sources say Jussie Smollett is planning a private wedding, just family, close friends, and two imaginary attackers in ski masks.
Yeah. Now, before you go, the wedding planners for Jeff Bezos and Lauren Sanchez have come to their defence. The couple have been getting all sorts of abuse from locals in Venice who are not happy with their wedding plans. Why are the Italians so upset about this, Kinsey?
Well, there are rumors that I do think are kind of ridiculous, that like all of the gondolas are going to be taken up, that they're taking over a huge piece, parts of the city that they're saying they're not. The wedding planners have come out and said, look, from the get-go, we've come out, we've donated to charities, local charities. We've donated to local charities in the name of some of the famous wedding guests like Oprah Winfrey, Leonardo DiCaprio, Kim Kardashian, Barbara Streisand, Ivanka Trump. And they've said we've made it our mission throughout this process not to negatively affect the locals. In fact, they're using 80% local vendors. But I mean, I think that this is what you just have to expect when you bring in. This is going to be a huge Hollywood production with A-listers all over the place. They were going to get this work. They could have done it in Ohio, and there would have been people livid that they had the audacity to do it in Ohio.
Oh, I think it's going to be a very classy affair. We'll see. I think this is a case where money does not buy class. I'm very interested to know about the prenuptial agreement. We're going to get through all of that in your future appearances, Kinsey Schofield. Thank you so much for your time tonight.